Good evening, everyone. I'd like to welcome you to the September 2nd, Open Space and Recreation Committee meeting. And if we could all rise for the pledge of allegiance. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. First thing on the agenda is open mic. Do you have anything?
Yes, two quick items.
Okay.
One, the survey for the 5-year transit plan closes September 15th. If anybody here wanted to take the survey and suggest that the better transit to open space and recreation areas, I would not object to that at all.
Okay.
And secondly, I expect discussions with the LRTA on moving bus stops towards Cook Street to be completed probably by Yankee Doodle day.
Okay, good. Do you have a link to the survey that you can send out to everybody to make it easier?
I will have to find it.
Okay. Yeah, you just send it, if you wanna send it to Kat or myself or Marliese, and then we can distribute it out to the committee.
Yeah.
For those that wanna participate. Okay, thank
Is
you.
that a NIMCOG survey? Or is
No,
it something else?
it's the consultant who's doing the 5-year plan.
Anyone else for open mic? Seeing none. We have the minutes of 8/5/2025. Everyone had a chance to review them? Accept the motion.
I move that we accept the minutes of the previous meeting.
Second?
Motion's been made and seconded. We don't have anybody on Zoom, correct, Kat?
Correct, we do not.
All right, so all those in favor? Aye. Opposed, abstentions, unanimous with 2 absent, 1 vacancy and Maria. All right, so next we have discussion Massachusetts recreational use statute. Marliese.
Is it possible that we get that on the screen? Yes. I want to bring this up because it applies to the Roger Street discussion from last month, and it will apply to the 13 Parker Street discussion from today. But any person who owns land, any landowner who lawfully permits the public, so you send them an email, is it okay? They say, yes, lawfully permitted, shall not be liable. So the whole liability question is answered simply with this Massachusetts recreational law, and it applies to easements, railroads, towpaths. So why I didn't think of it last month, I don't know, but that's really all I wanted to bring up, that we keep that in mind.
Yeah,
It's been around for a long time,
thank you.
so it's just a matter of the landowner saying, yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's still up to them, it's their land, they have to decide,
It's
but at
it's
least,
up to them, if they want to charge a fee, they're in trouble. And if they don't lawfully permit it, it might be an issue too. So. But
well,
it
if
was,
they don't permit it, it's trespassing.
yeah, but
That's the other law.
What?
he's not liable.
That's a different law.
But then he's liable
Well, not
if
if,
something happens.
not if he says, if he has no
Yeah.
trespassing signs up and somebody trespasses and gets hurt,
Yeah.
he's not liable.
Yeah.
You know,
So
this only
okay.
protects him if he says, okay, you guys can go down that pathway.
Yeah.
And this would protect him, but if he says, I don't want anybody on my property,
Yeah,
it's
but
trespassing.
with this open space committee, where we have everywhere in our open space material that we are seeking connectivity, we should really hold this up.
Well, it's, you ask the person the question, and if there's liability concern, you make them aware of this. But at the end of the day, if they still don't wanna do it, that's their call, it's private property and, you know, they have a right to say no, just as much as they have a right to say yes. But it's good to have for those people that wanna do it, it relieves them of liability, so.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, next is 13 Parker Street, Kyle Path discussion. Vote towards implementing goal 2, connectivity. Possible vote to allow Henderson to approach owner with open space and recreation committee blessing, send letter to recommendation to the ZBA, PCC, and the PA. That's a mouthful.
It's a
Well,
mouthful,
it's-
but you want it to be clear.
Yep.
In the agenda, do we have,
Picture
A
or PDF
picture.
first?
excuse me?
Do you want the aerial picture of the stone wall or the PDFs first?
I don't know. Let's do the stone wall.
Okay.
It's, I don't know what's on the PDF either. Parker Street, number 13. The Henderson family used to live, first in this house. They sold it to the Gunthers. And then, while they lived here, they built a house on 54 River Street. And 8 kids grew up in this neighborhood, and that was their playground. Today we call it Cabotland, and it's town-owned Cabotland. And they used to access, and here was the Frost farm, and the cow path was here, and there's an underpass for cattle. That's behind 15. There was land here from, I think, Jacob's farm. In the 80s, when the railroad stopped being used, this neighborhood was worried about the farm land that was behind their houses, and they got together, they purchased the land from the Jacobs farm, they subdivided it in unbuildable lots. Wonderful initiative. It cost, though, we are lost our picture, it cost the cow path to become Gunther's land. So here you see, this is the new lot line now. It used to be like so, with a path to, and the cattle passage is here, and this was the headache for Mr. Gunther, that the stone wall was here, and then there was a gate, and he didn't have access to what had become his land. But my objective has always been to clear this path again, make it useful again. It would be part of the Bay Circuit, which would use the railroad sort of S through Cabot Land. And Mr. Gunther was afraid that the town was going to take over, and that, it was all, it was a paranoid reaction. But we always got along fine, except he passed away after the gate was taken away. And I would like to talk to the new owner. Right now it's in what do you call that?
Escrow,
It's in,
probate.
yeah, so there's no offspring, no people to inherit it, so it goes into state.
Probate?
No, it's not probate.
It's probably held for up to a year in case any family members file.
No, so
or something.
it's held by the state, and it has been sold, but that is, they're waiting for the paperwork. They think the date to pass it, I don't know all these real estate terms, sorry. But so right now it's no use to talk to the estate people from the state, but the owner is probably known by the end of this month, and then I'd like to approach them, and with the blessing from Open Space Committee, to ask for this, for an easement. Because of the stone wall, he can't really do anything here. So he might say, oh yeah, sure, and then it'll be neat because somebody maintains it.
What's the 25-foot strip to the right, Marley, something far, keep going to the right, right, yep, right there. It says lot
That's-
14, but it's only 25 feet wide.
Yeah, so this is sort of like paper streets taken over by these lots. And I think it even continues, oh, this is the railroad. So Archambault, I think, got also subdivided.
So,
And because I know John Elves has access to this path. And there's neighbors here.
well, the reason I'm asking is because
It's no longer an access path.
okay, so somebody owns it, one of the two abutters own it.
Yeah,
I doubt it's a paper street, because if it was a paper street, it would have a name to it, even if
Yeah.
it wasn't developed.
And
it's,
wider also.
Yeah, it would definitely be 40 to 60
Yeah.
feet wide.
yeah, yeah, I think the Elves own this. He was talking about that path, but it's no longer a path. It's behind his shed.
So back on January 28th, 2024, the Open Space Recreation Committee did our winter walk. And we
Yeah.
walked up,
We sort of came out
came
here,
up and then went up to River Street.
yeah,
And when we were passing, you showed this cow path.
yeah.
And I took a picture, I just forwarded it to Catherine on her email.
Alright.
The tunnel.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool.
To, kind of give an image of what she's representing here with the cow path, right?
Yeah.
People might not understand what you mean by.
Yeah, and it's kind of eroded in. You have to go on your hands and knees if you want to go through it.
Right, I think it's filled up is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause for a moment, I thought it was very small cows. No, they were regular sized cows.
Just wide enough to fit through.
Yeah. And that is all from before Route 3 was built, because Route 3 was built with sand from this area. And that's why it's so such a moon landscape. Anyway,
Can I ask a question?
yeah,
If there were no heirs to the property, if that's what you said,
yeah.
who sold it?
That it goes to the city. I'll have to look up my notes and I'll send it out, or I can send it around. Because when there's no owner or no heirs.
It
it's-
says I don't know how to pronounce it, but ESCHEAT. I just looked it up. Well,
So you can see it in the picture there, it's,
yeah.
granite blocks,
Yeah,
and above, the top of the picture, that's the.
That's the railroad.
Yeah.
That goes behind all these.
And that'll be
people's house,
the bike path,
The bike path.
which has gone out for a bit.
So that's, obviously the elevation of the ground has come up, so you couldn't, like Molly said, you'd have to
Is that
crawl
water?
through there now, but
water, yeah, that is water, yeah.
it's kind of cool.
it's really cool. Sounds cool if you could open it back up, but.
Like one of those things, right?
Yeah.
At least make sure it doesn't.
So I guess the only question I had on this, Marlies, is where it says lot 14,
Yeah,
and it's a separate lot.
yeah, that's.
Is it actually
Let me go to the-
one of the abutters, or could it be a lot that the town has? Cause if the town has it,
No.
then,
I know the town doesn't have it, but if we go on Billerica the GIS. You'll see that it has completely changed.
Chair, if I may,
yes,
the notes on this old subdivision plan say that lot 14 shall be combined with the land of Archibald for one building lot.
okay,
Yeah.
that answers that question.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause this was from 1983, this map.
Yeah,
Okay,
so, yeah, maybe it can be okay, because if I just call, hi, I'm Marlies Henderson, 30 on Spray Street, it would make it sounds better if I speak on behalf of the Billerica Open Space Committee. And just to ask,
We may,
check,
how about if we send, when we get an owner,
yeah,
because right now we don't have an owner.
Yeah.
When we get an owner, how about if we send them a letter from the Open Space Committee first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we go knocking on doors.
I think that's,
Last thing I like is anybody knocking
That's
on
what I
the
mean.
doors.
yeah,
and that's it, yeah, that's what I mean.
No, it's a good idea, I think that would be a better way to do it, is send them a letter, introducing who we are, what our goals are for the town, and explain to him some of the history of it, and say we, like to have an opportunity to talk with you, and maybe if possible, get an easement to pass through there,
That sounds like a good idea.
and, yeah.
Okay, I can live with that.
Right, so, now you said that the closing date is what, September, the end of September, more or
I
less?
think it might be the end of September.
I can tell you that
But they're
closing
going-
dates aren't, yeah, I would say, let's wait until after it's done, and then, we can go to send a letter, I think,
Move it to the October meeting.
yeah, I mean, the next one's September 30th, then we got one October, or the first Tuesday in October is not too far away from that.
Okay.
Oh, no, we're skipping October, right?
Oh,
That's why
yeah,
we're doing the 30th. So by November, they should have it, cause that's a scheduled closing date, that could get pushed out multiple times between now and
Yeah.
30th.
Okay,
So why don't we move it to
Continue.
the agenda for November?
Yeah.
Okay,
okay.
anybody else have any questions, ideas, comments? Right. Number 5, discussion and possible vote to ask the select board as road commissioners that the open space and recreation review the annual complete streets update,
Yeah,
or at least.
Andrew remembers, I think, that there was we have to annually update the complete streets priority list.
Correct.
And Andrew has asked engineering, when are we going to update it, when are we going to update it, was it really updating? And then all of a sudden, there was an update and it went to select board to give the blessing, and that was that, there was no public input. And then we see the Excel spreadsheet and it says, we want a sidewalk here, we want a sidewalk there, we want a sidewalk there, and it doesn't say anything about bike opportunities. And if you want the money from the state, you want to meet what the state wants to see, so you should really say bike lane and sidewalk. So it's just a striping, it's not like it gets more expensive, you miss out on funding. So we wanted to let have at least some public input of open space input. So that the priority plan will actually get the funding that we kind of want.
So
And
if
then,
the-
do I say anything wrong?
I don't think so.
Okay.
So the complete streets is obviously it's a public document.
Yeah, but they have to, there's an annual update needed.
Okay, when does that do, do we know?
I think too much.
Okay.
When is it due?
Yeah.
Yes. And then is it a matter of going to the select board and asking them, can we have a voice in it, because it
Well-
does go to the select board, because you're the road
Yeah,
commissioners.
I guess the question is is the way it's laid out, does it ask for input from the open space committee?
Not yet.
No,
That's what I'm asking, because open space, road commissioners look predominantly to the cars, I think.
yeah, so,
But infrastructure is not just for the drivers.
so maybe we send a letter to the select board asking to, prior to the review, have it come to the open space and rec committee to take a look at it, maybe gain some public input and make recommendations to the select board. Does everybody, what do you think about that? Yeah, okay. So we can do that, and then depending on when that date is, obviously back up from that and ask for it to us to get a copy of it and we can schedule
Yeah.
a public.
I'll work with Kat on that, Council, I'll draft something and you make it. You work out.
Well, you might wanna talk to Dawn in the select board
And
office
Dawn.
first,
Okay.
because she'll be able to probably pull it out and see when that review date is. And then we
Okay.
gotta back up from there.
Yeah.
And hopefully it's not like next month or something, cause
Well, we have an appointee to this committee from the select board,
Yes.
so if the select board, just like any of your bodies, if you're looking at something that's kind of raising your feathers, hey, maybe the open space committee would wanna see this, then speak up at your board.
yeah. I can certainly do that, yes.
If it's in the next month.
But the thing is, if it's a scheduled deadline, like the open space and rec plan, we just extended it. From 7 years to 10, but there's a defined deadline. I don't know how that's structured. If it's just, hey, take a look at it periodically, then that's a different story. So,
I think I'll talk to,
Dawn.
I'll ask Fred and then I'll talk to Dawn.
Okay. Alright, anybody else have anything on that? Okay, jumping down to number 6. Other admin updates, not for discussion or vote. Kat, did you have something?
Just two things, so thank you all for voting to resubmit the 10-year open space plan, that was accomplished.
Excellent.
And then we have heard back from DPW as far as looking at the list of 76 parcels that we're looking to move into conservation status. They have some questions and concerns about a few of them, namely if there's already a sewer easement, if we wanna be able to do a water main looping through some of the areas, or if stormwater drainage improvements need to be built in them. They're not opposed to it going to Conservation Commission as long as the deed language has those allowances built into it, so they've asked town council to look at it. Town council will say, yep, use this language, or nope, just leave those under the care of select board.
Okay. Do we have any idea when we'll know when town council's gonna get back to us? Have those parcels already been sent to them?
They're not been set yet, no.
Okay, if you need me to help facilitate that, let me know.
I should be good, it's just my first day back.
Okay.
Comment. From my days on conservation, and I think Jack will be able to back me on that, but sewer is exempt from the conservation wetland protection act. When there is a sewer or stormwater thing, it does go through conservation, the director does get to see it. And maybe the commission even votes, but it's not like sewer is a public good, so it's exempt. Right?
It pretty much is.
But
But that may be different than granting permission to do it, so I think
A
if,
lot of influence
Defect.
between DPW and conservation when it comes something like that comes up.
yeah. So it's probably good that town council review it.
Yeah.
Anything else, Kat?
That's it, thank you.
Okay.
and
So-
for the, I'm sorry.
Okay,
For
Marty.
the first point from Kat, that is that it's accepted and we're
It has
good.
been submitted.
It's
Submitted.
submitted, okay. Extensions. Got it. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
So our next meeting is September 30th, which is odd, but we're not doing one in October. We can schedule it, and then depending on whether there's any need for a meeting, we could always cancel it.
Mhm.
If everyone's on board with that, because we're meeting now, I don't see anything timely coming up that we may have to deal with, so,
Anything like the things for the articles in the warrant?
Kat's already submitted the draft of the preliminary for all the parcels. That's this follow-up letter, we'll get what we need to get from town council. We already voted to support and submit the article, so we're good there, that was unanimous.
Okay.
So I think that's the only,
It could even be November 4th. Tuesday, November 4th.
yeah,
Okay.
alright. That, I'll accept the motion to adjourn.
I move that we adjourn.
Second. Motion been made, seconded, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions, unanimous. Thank you, everyone.
Good.